Hey, it's Tyler O'Hara, King of the Baggers. Be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube.
Travis Wyman obviously will be there in starting 7th, so you can see 5-6 riders battling it out in the draft.
Mission King of the Baggers, we're underway. 5 laps scheduled in this one. And down into turn 1 we go, and it looks like it's going to be the #1 plate who's going to lead us through it. Tyler O'Hara trying to get a win for Indian Motorcycles in Harley-Davidson's backyard.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've seen the nimbleness of the 33. We've seen Kyle be able to really put that bike anywhere as he goes up underneath Bobby Fong. Looks like Rispoli was taking a shot there too. Rispoli goes through. So I didn't think James got the best launch, but somehow he finds himself behind the factory Harley-Davidson of Kyle Wyman as they head down the back straight. Rispoli on that Vance and Hines Harley. He's got Bobby Fong down to the outside of him, and Rispoli's going to probably have a little bit more of the preferred line, but up front, Tyler O'Hara does a good job. He's got his teammate right behind him. We've seen the Indians have been pretty fast this year, but the nimbleness of the Harleys really helped Kyle at Atlanta down through those S's.
A brand new surface here at MotoAmerica, 5 years in the making. 1 month from the time that they dug the first hole to when they finished it, and it cured over the winter months. And up until this moment, Jay, it has been sun shining on the racetrack. It's out, but there's some cloud cover right now.
Little bit of cloud cover above us. Yeah, it's been in the mid-80s today as Kyle Wyman has now slotted himself through into 2nd place on that 33. O'Hara, I think, is going to be pretty hungry to win this race. He's been pretty quiet this year. As you see now, Rispoli tries to stuff it up underneath McWilliams,
wow.
So he makes that pass stick again as Rispoli gets it a little bit loose on the exit. Just behind him, Bobby Fong, our pole sitter, sitting 5th. Hayden Gillum back there as well. And then you see just further off the back in 7th, Travis Wyman. But Kyle Wyman has done a really nice job of running down the #1 of Tyler O'Hara as they go down into Canada Corner. You're going to see Kyle get out of shape, and you see Rispoli making a beeline for the apex of that turn there in the chicane.
So Rispoli on that Vance and Hines Mission Harley-Davidson road glide. But up front, we have the #1 Tyler O'Hara in the Indian Motorcycles Progressive Mission Foods Indian Challenger. Right behind him, the factory bike on the Harley-Davidson Screamin' Eagle road glide is Kyle Wyman, showing up this year with this unbelievable livery and trying to get it done in front of the home crowd.
Coming into this race, even though the pressure to win in front of Harley is immense, at the end of the day, it's really about the big fight. And there you go. There's Bobby Fong turning his bike around and getting back on track down in turn 5. So frustration for the pole sitter.
159 miles per hour for Kyle Wyman last time by our timing and scoring loop that measures that top speed. This is it, the final lap of Mission King of the Baggers, race #1 here at MotoAmerica.
I feel like it's going to happen in turn 8. I think I've seen Kyle run through the middle of turn 7. It was an area that he's been working on. I don't know if he's going to be close enough to him when he gets down to turn 5. I think with O'Hara's racecraft, he's going to stay on the left-hand side of the track all the way down. Another good shot from our Lucas Oil camera from up above, and you can see O'Hara does a nice job of defending it. It wasn't even a thought for Kyle to think about going down the inside, but he gets a good run through 7, and we've seen him try that a couple times going into turn 8. And so right now they're headed up the hill, up underneath the bridge, turn 6, and it'll be out of this next turn 7. Kyle's been able to show that he's got a little pace through the middle of this corner, and maybe he can drop alongside of him. Let's see what happens here.
Here comes the 33. He is up alongside of him. Now it's a braking duel. Tyler O'Hara gets it sideways, but he's going to go wide. Does Kyle Wyman have the drive? Into the carousel they go. And Jason, just like you predicted, it's exactly how it unfolded.
O'Hara knew it was coming. He knew that Kyle was going to do that, and he stayed on the left-hand side, and Kyle was able to go through. Did you see him put his knee in the dirt? And
yeah.
That actually spooked Tyler as well. So Kyle does exactly kind of what I felt what he was building up to. Now he's got to do a clean run through all this. He's got to be absolutely perfect through all this in order to not let that Indian draft back by him to the finish.
Tyler O'Hara had it his way on his Indian motorcycle the entire race. But Harley-Davidson just down the street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Kyle Wyman, with the weight of the company on his shoulders and that orange and black livery, has done everything right. He has a quick look over his shoulder to see the gap. Is he expecting to be drafted and passed? Kyle Wyman has it right now, Jason. He is looking good. Here we go into the final corner. Tyler O'Hara trying to close the gap. The drive onto the front straightaway. Behind the bubble, the 33 of Kyle Wyman on his Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle comes over the crest of the hill, and he will take his Harley-Davidson Road Glide to another victory here in Mission King of the Baggers and extend his points lead. How about that?
Yeah, that's some good racecraft there. It almost looked like he was being as patient as he could be, and I don't think he had the pace down the back straightaway to actually do something.